Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Flagstaff Super Lite 29RSWS. This is a great rear living couples model. As you can see, you have dual opposing slides, really helping to open up this main living space. Let's start off on the campside slide. You'll notice the freestanding table and chairs here, which are great. Gives it a higher end look. Also makes it a lot easier to get in and out. If you have some additional guests, you need extra space, you will see that you have the extendable leaf there, just giving you that added room. You also have a couple big windows, so you have a great view out to your campsite. As we make our way back a little bit, you can take a look here. This is pretty multi-purpose. You can use it for additional pantry space if you want. If you want to put like a DVD collection in there, you can certainly do that as well. Either way, it is excellent extra storage. You'll see the electrical outlet there, so if you need to plug in a vacuum, that's an excellent spot for it. And while we're down here, you'll see the fireplace down there. Nice long fireplace, absolutely gorgeous. Really helps to the appeal of the inside. Also, that is a big space heater, so that way if you don't want to burn propane, you just want to use electric shore power, you can turn that on. It'll do a good job of helping to take the chill off in this space. You'll also see some additional space in there for auxiliary equipment. Your sound bar here for great sound quality. Multimedia center over to this side, which is a DVD player. Controls the speakers in here and outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. 42-inch TV. This is on a swing arm mount, so if you're sitting back on the sofa, you can watch it from right there. But take a look behind it. You have a bunch of hidden storage there as well, which is pretty cool. They didn't waste any space. When we go outside, you'll see the large outside kitchen there. So again, just a great utilization of the space on that campsite. When we look at the back, this is a tri-fold sofa. Great thing about that is it's not only comfortable to sit on, but also when you fold it out, it's very comfortable for people to sleep on. At least a lot better than your traditional pull-out sofa where you have like a bar in your back and the mattress is about this thin, or an air mattress that's going to deflate on you. On both sides, you have end tables with electrical outlets underneath. Again, windows all the way around and some additional storage right up top. If you take a look, you can actually see the curvature of the roof line that has that barreled ceiling in here, which is fantastic. You have the vacuum laminated roof as well as the sidewalls. Another cool construction fact is, and we can't really see it on the outside, but on the back side of that fiberglass, they use Asdel composite panels where they can, which helps eliminate the amount of luan they have, so it's a lot more eco-friendly, and that Asdel doesn't absorb moisture or water, so you don't have as great of a likelihood of having the delamination on there. When you take a look over at the other side, so our off-camp side slide has huge oversized theater seating. You can see how nice and big these theater seats are. Super comfortable. Take a seat in there. As you would notice, they do both recline, which is awesome. You also have this removable table. You can have it here, put it on the other side, but that way if you're working on like a laptop or tablet, it makes things a lot more convenient. Right behind that, this cup holder, it's a little tough to see. Here, let me pull this out for you. So if you take a look here, so you have a light, which is pretty neat. You also have a massage feature, which is great. And then you have heat if you want heat. So a couple different massage features. It'll kind of cycle through them. Right in the center, you have cup holders, also some additional storage. That's a pretty big space there for several remotes. And up above me, you have additional storage there and little LED lights. As we move further into the kitchen, Dometic fridge freezer combo. You have the wood panels on there to help kind of bring it all together. A little more luxurious look in my opinion. Freezer up top. You have the refrigerator right down below. Plenty of cold storage here. The unit does run off both propane and electric. Also has automatic switchover. Storage across the top there. Hood. You have the 3-burner range. It is recessed with the glass cover, so that way you can use all of this as prep space. You'll see the slots in the back for knives. You have a decorative backsplash there as well. When it's up, of course, this doubles as a backsplash too. You'll also see the large oven. This is bigger than a lot of ovens they're putting in travel trailers, so if you have some bigger items you need to bake, this will allow you to do it. Drawer down below, additional bank of 4 drawers here. And as you can see, they're plenty large for your flatware, whatever else you need to put in there. Then as we take a look at our main prep space, you'll see beautiful solid surface countertops. And the thing I like about this is it's a compact kitchen at first, but take a look at all of this additional countertop space. This pulls out This pops up and locks into place here, giving you just a ton of extra prep space. Add to that the fact that you have the undermount stainless steel sink with covers. You have this here as well. It just makes it very functional. For the covers, the one is a cutting board, so you can flip it over, use the bottom as a cutting board. The other one a drying rack. As I mentioned, undermount stainless steel sink, double equal bowl there, high-rise pull-out faucet, 2 electrical outlets, so you have plenty of places to plug in a coffee maker or a blender, toaster, whatever else you need. That same decorative backsplash helping to bring the kitchen all together. If we look up top, you have the microwave right there. Open that up so you can take a look. Over to this side, pretty decent storage there. Additional storage underneath the sink. This is actually pretty large, great for pots and pans. And then a drawer for your flatware there. If you didn't want it over on the other side, you can put it here. And additional storage underneath that. The bathroom in the 29RSWS is very reminiscent in what we see in a lot of lighter weight fifth wheels. And that setup is essentially you have one door out into the main living area, the other one here into the master bedroom with a slide out wardrobe. The cool thing about this is when you do shut this door, this storage space in the slide out still stays in the bathroom, basically giving you a dedicated linen closet. Right in between the 2 entrances is your foot flush lever toilet, and as you can see, I have plenty of shoulder space, great leg space there too. Right over to this side is your sink top, large sink, so that way when you're washing your hands, you're not getting water everywhere, brushing your teeth. You know, the medicine cabinet isn't too far forward, so it's nice and easy to use. So I like the bigger sink here. You'll also see the electrical outlet over to the side, hand towel ring up top, and mirrored medicine cabinet right up above, as well as additional storage right down below. Lastly, we have the neo-angle shower. I'll take a step in here to give you an idea of height. So I am 6 foot. As you can see, I have plenty of space because there's a big skylight here. Even if you're 6'2", maybe even 6'3", you can stand in here without having to bend down. The doors are in a roller track, so that way when they open up, the water goes right down into the shower pan, not all over the floor. Hand wand here, and this one does have the shower miser system. So what this essentially does is it is a recirculation loop. So that way, if you are out and you're boondocking, you only have so much space in your fresh tank, you can turn this on, turn the hot water on, and it will just keep recirculating through. That way you're not wasting a bunch of fresh water. Once it is hot, this will turn white. Then you can flip the lever and then it will, or the valve there, and then it will go through and you can take a shower. So that way you're not, again, just wasting a bunch of hot water, filling up your gray tank as you're waiting for it to get hot. Last thing I do want to touch on is if you take a look right up top, folks, you have the big Max Air fan here in the bathroom. Should do a great job helping to keep things cool as well as dry that shower out. When we move into the bedroom, what you will notice is you have a residential 60 by 80 queen size bed. That way if you're a taller person, again at 6 foot, you can see I can lay down here, and as you'll notice, my feet are not hanging off. Of course, I have them up so I'm not getting the bedding all dirty. But that's definitely a great thing to have. You know, like I said, if you're a taller person, you get pretty sick of your feet hanging off in your camper. Don't have to worry about it here. On both sides of the bed are nightstands. You have drawers there, which is great too. You'll also see electrical outlets. The one side has your charging center over here with USB ports and a 12-volt port there. And right up top is your front windshield. You'll see that it lets a ton of natural light in during the day, which is fantastic. Looks great outside too. Storage all the way across the top there. And then behind me, as I mentioned, is the slide-out wardrobe. I'll open that up just to kind of show you, of course, there is a ton of extra storage there. And if you need a little bit more right underneath the bed, this does lift up. It's strut supported. You have that additional storage space there. Very last thing I want to touch on in the bedroom is the fact if you want a TV, there is a backer in the wall for it here, and the appropriate connections are right underneath. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Flagstaff Super Lite 29RSWS. Starting off right up front, this one has a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect to your tow vehicle, because rather than having to manually crank it, you just flip the rocker switch. Also, you have a light up front for added visibility at night, and in the rare event the motor does fail, there is a manual override. Directly behind that, you have 2 30-pound propane tanks with the cover. That way you have more propane to be able to camp longer. And you will also see the battery box is capable of holding 2 batteries. Coming up the front is the diamond plating, which protects that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. and the front 3/4 cap on here, which looks gorgeous, has that amazing front windshield on there and an LED light strip. Coming around to the side, so this one has the PX2 power stabilizing jacks on there. Bear in mind, folks, that is not auto level. You still want to level the camper out, but once you do, you can just operate this right here. Those stabilizer jacks will come down for you, making it a lot easier, and that'll prevent your camper from rocking as you're walking around inside. You have a side opening pass-through storage. Take a look at the size of this opening, folks. It is a massive door. So big front storage area right here. It doesn't go all the way through, but again, the fact it is very large helps make up for that. You'll notice this one also comes with a grill. And if you take a look right outside here over to the side, you can see where that will hook up at. There is a propane quick connect underneath to hook up to that 30-pound propane tank. Also, if you want outside TV, there's your hookups for that. The mount is located right there. I do recommend going underneath here and just hooking it up, easy enough. Also have frameless windows on the Super Lite, which not only look better than your framed windows, but also the seals are tucked behind the glass, a little bit protected better from the elements. And because the way they open, they can essentially tilt open like so, which allows you to have them open while it's raining, as long as it's not, sideways rain or anything. But that way you can get some airflow through the camper and it doesn't get all stuffy while it's raining out. Power awning, touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in. It does have an LED light strip. Now, as you will notice, it's not a huge awning. They help make up for that because on the slide out is a second awning. So that way you have awning coverage basically on the entire campsite of the RV. You'll also notice above that slide out, that one has a slide out topper on there. That's pretty great too. So any pine cones or sticks or anything that fall down go right on that topper, not down the slide itself. So that way when the slide goes in, those all fall off. They're not getting jammed up in your seals in the slide out. The main entrance has your More Ride step above step system. It's extremely stable. You can see I can walk up and down. It doesn't have that springboard effect at over 200 pounds. That's pretty great. You will also notice that it has aluminum treads, so that way they don't rust out. Grip tape on there, so if it's wet, you have additional traction, and the foldable grab handle, so that way from the very first step, I can grab that, and I have that extra control when entering the RV. You'll also see a little light right outside, which is great, nice little courtesy light, so if you're coming in later at night, it lights up the steps, so you're not falling going in or out of the camper. If we drop down, take a look, you will see aluminum alloy wheels on there, which are gorgeous, and they will continue to be so for years to come because it doesn't rust. And you also have the Dexter Torflex rubber suspension axles on there, which are nice because the components don't wear down nearly as quickly. If you've ever seen it before, essentially you have a basically diamond tube with 4 rubber cords in there. It works very well. Moving back a little bit further, I'll open this up. You can see the big storage area right there. It goes up quite a ways, folks. I mean, it's tough to see, but I mean, it goes all the way up almost to the top of that slide. So if you have some big, tall items, that's a great spot for them. Now this one, even though we have a spot for a grill up front, also has the outside kitchen in the back. So you have the refrigerator out here for your condiments and beverages, storage right up top, light, of course. This does have a motion sensor on there. So that way, if as you open it up, the light turns on for you. Electrical outlet right down below. And you have the swing out arm cooktop. So you see that there. It is strut supported, so that way just swings in and out nice and easily. Making our way around to the back, you'll see your rear control right here for your rear 2 stabilizer jacks. One of the things, it's kind of tough to see, but this one does have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly, which will help keep out the road grime when you travel, as well as hopefully some of the critters in the off season. And it also, in the colder climates, it has that forced air down there to help prevent your tanks and lines from freezing up on you. For that swing out grill, I did want to show you right back here is the propane quick connect. So if you're looking where to hook that up at, it's not underneath, it is run right over there. Taking a step in the very back, you have the square tubular bumper with the end caps, gives you a very convenient spot in which you can store your sewer hose. Mounted to that is the spare tire with a cover. You'll see the cover helps protect that from the elements. Also having it on the rear bumper is probably one of the easiest places to get to a spare. Rear mounted ladder, so you can quickly and easily climb up onto the fully walkable roof there. Here's that big rear picture window. You can see both of these bottom panes do open. You'll also see right up top in the center is backup camera prep. So if you want backup camera, having that prep makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. So we come around to the off-door side. On the back side, you'll see the cable and satellite inlet. Also 50 amp detachable power cord because this one does have a fireplace, as well as the second AC prep. As we move up on the off-door side, you'll see the outside shower with hot and cold water access right there, an additional light, as well as the black tank flush. That way you can quickly and easily wash out the black tank without sticking a hose down the toilet. Moving up a little ways, this is great for maintenance. I absolutely love this. If we take a look in here, it looks kind of messy at first. There's a couple things I want to point out. One is your water pump. As you'll see, it's very easy to access. So in the event that it fails, you can change it out quite easily. You'll also see your whole house filter is located here. So again, you can swap that out easily. And your slide control for the slide right above the electric slide there is located there too. So if you need to troubleshoot that, it does make that very simple to access. Right outside of that, you have your city water inlet. You also have your antifreeze inlet. So if you need to winterize this RV, you just flip a couple valves, basically closing off the water heater and then opening up the antifreeze valve there. So that way you can turn on your water pump and pump glycol through the entire camper. And right up above that on the top is your fresh tank fill. So if you're going boondocking, you want to make sure you fill your fresh tank. That's where you do it at. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Flagstaff Super Lite 29RSWS. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.